Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
We are traveling all over Uganda to find hardworking farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need
to make their farms more productive and adapt to climate change.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice and turn their farms around into a profitable business,
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experience
on the Shamba Shape Up
Uganda!
Shamba Shape Up has been to many parts of the region. Uganda,
welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda! Kenya and Zambia.
Welcome
to Munda Makeover!
As we get into the new planting season, let's take a look at what we need to keep in mind before planting a new crop.
As we prepare to plant, let's learn about climate-smart ways of farming.
Last week, we ticked the things that we needed to have before we started planting. We have our soil test report and the recommended organic and synthetic fertilizers for our soils. So, is this enough to give us a good yield? Some farmers that we visited are saying it's still not enough.
I want to increase my yield because it's not enough. I would like help in better farming ways. And also in making our farmers' group even more productive, so we can improve our work.
Our farmer Florence is right. One of the solutions of increasing your yield is in better farming methods.
Elizabeth has been practicing conservation agriculture for 5 years. She uses minimum tillage, intercrops, and rotates her crops. Eric Kiongo is an agronomist from Perfid. He's here to see how Elizabeth is managing her crop rotation.
Ah, Elizabeth.
Yes.
So this is Eric you've been talking about.
Yes, yes.
Tell us, what have you been doing?
We've been training our farmers as Perfid. Yes. We train our farmers on climate smart agriculture, which is anchored into 3 main principles. That is minimum soil disturbance, crop rotation, and residue retention. Today we are talking about crop rotation.
Crop rotation.
Yeah, the importance of crop rotation.
Aha.
Yeah.
What is crop rotation?
Yeah, crop rotation is a growing of different crops in succession on the same land.
Ah,
yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yes.
Have you been practicing crop rotation?
Yes, yes. I was planting maize, songam, wakati mkubwa.
For a long time.
For a long time. When I was taught by Eric, I planned to plant green grams.
Green grams. And so far, how is it taking you?
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Is this the very first time you're practicing the crop rotation?
Yes.
Yeah, crop rotation is very important for our farmers.
Yes.
You see, we've been experiencing poor yield in our farms, but the farmers have never known what is the problem. The problem is that they kept on planting the same crop year in, year out, and in the process they deplete the soil nutrients. So what happens is we need to bring back our soil into the fertility it was supposed to be. Now, that's why we are coming in with crop rotation as one of our principles. Now, she planted maize last time, and this time around we are planting legumes. Green gram is one of the legumes. The legumes do fix nitrogen, while the maize or the sorghum, they take nutrients.
Just to take us back, what did you plant here initially? Maize and?
Sorghum.
Maize and sorghum. Is in that rotation? I mean, it's different plants?
No. Maize and sorghum are of the same family.
They come from the same family.
It's the same thing.
So legumes are different.
Is the difference, We get a lot of benefit from crop rotation. Number one, we break the cycle of diseases, pest and diseases. And number two, we improve our soil fertility.
All right.
Number three, we retain moisture for our crops.
So, rotate crops on your shamba that belong to different crop families. For example, maize and sorghum are from the same crop family. You can rotate them with crops from the legume family, such as green grams or beans. Some farmers also rotate maize and beans with the third crop, such as potatoes. Crop rotation is good for your shamba because 1. It stops pests and diseases building up in the soil. 2. It adds nutrients to your soils. And 3. It makes your soil more fertile.
Do you think it is very beneficial for you to practice crop rotation?
It is beneficial because this time when I tried to plant green grams, it's very nice.
Yes.
And I was planting green grams sometimes mixed with the maize, and they were not good.
They were not
so
doing very
good
well.
like this one.
Eric, there is something that is a bit disturbing for me. I can see there are 3 rows of maize. 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
And when I look at the maize, it's not looking healthy. There is a problem somewhere. What is the problem?
Let's go to the maize and show you what is happening.
Okay.
Yeah, ideally we planted 3 lines of maize as a windbreaker to prevent wind from disturbing our crop.
So one at the far end, in the middle, and at the other end.
But again, we have something to learn here. This maize is not doing okay.
Clearly.
Simply because this block was planted maize before.
Yes.
And she came back with maize. So this clearly shows if she could have planted maize in the whole of this block, this is what she could have expected.
It would have been looking this bad.
With all this rains, meaning that rain, it was not an issue. It was about good agricultural practices.
Even has stunted growth.
Yeah. Yes. You see what happens is a farmer with land like this one, we always advise them to subdivide it.
Yes.
This time around she does legumes this side and maize the other side, because these farmers, they want to have all the crops at the same time. So instead of intercropping, they do maize on the one side and green grams on the other side, or any other legume. So that next time when you're rotating, the green grams shifts to the other plot and maize comes to where the
That's the crop rotation. Most farmers are confused between intercropping and crop rotation.
Exactly.
All right. I don't know whether Elizabeth has another farm where the maize is doing very well. Do you have another shamba where?
That one.
Can we see that shamba?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Let us go.
Wow. Eric, this is totally awesome. Tell what's happening here?
Oh, this is a result of crop rotation, as we were discussing earlier.
Yes, total transformation.
Yeah, exactly. And yet this is not a 100% transformation. We are just starting. It is the first crop after the rotation, and we're expecting good yield in future rotations.
Of course, it can't happen overnight.
Yeah, sure,
It has to
sure,
take some time.
In our next topic, we will look at minimum tillage. Minimum tillage is a farming method that reduces soil disturbance during planting.
Kachanana is taking our farmer Florence, together with our farmers group, to meet Alphonse Kahalawe from the Ministry of Agriculture to learn more.
First, tell us, what is conservation agriculture exactly?
Okay. Conservation agriculture is basically the type of agriculture that is being adopted by the Ministry of Agriculture. As you are seeing, we are coming from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Right.
Going by the change of the climate, we are trying to adapt to the change of climate. So this conservation agriculture is one way that we have used that will more like improve yields of the farmers, both in the short run and the long run. We have a number of principles, but the major ones will zero into, I think, to about 3. The first one being the minimum tillage. We are trying to reduce the disturbance of the soil. We just disturb where we do the planting.
So what do you mean not disturbing the soil? Right.
We just concentrate on where you do the planting. Because previously our parents, they were plowing even where they will not plant. And that way you are more like opening the stench and making the soil vulnerable for being eroded. So to avoid that, we've just said, let's concentrate on where you're doing the planting.
Okay, now, when you're using the reaper, what other advantage does it have to the farmer, especially when it comes to water conservation?
Yeah, you see, we've said that we are just opening where we are going to put your fertilizer, your manure, and your seeds. So the advantage is that everything will be collected in that same point. So you will be guaranteed your crops will 100% utilize the resources available. Then, above that, when it rains, all water comes into the rape lines. So you are so sure your plants will get enough water to take them through production. Yeah. You save of almost 75% of your time, energy, and cost. And above all, we are going now to improve our yield. Between 30-40% increase of yield in the first implementation of conservation agriculture.
That's huge.
Yeah, but
That's
with the time, it increases and increases.
Most of all, more profit.
More profit, exactly.
Makes sense? Let's break it down. So how you dig or plow your land matters when it comes to climate change. By digging the whole farm, you have exposed it all to the sun. This means that there's a lot more evaporation of the moisture in the soil, so your soils dry up faster. So, if the rains are not enough, your crop will die. 2. If there's too much rainfall, then your exposed soil will be easily swept away with all its nutrients. So minimum tillage helps to conserve as much moisture as possible, and your soils also remain in place in case of heavy rainfall. If there is little rain, your crop will be able to survive and give you a great yield. There are several ways of doing the minimum tillage when you're plowing your land, and more tools are being invented. You can use the hand hose to make holes or do the rip lines. You can also use animal-drawn rippers to make some rip lines. For big farms, you can use tractors that have been attached with rippers. So you can choose depending on the money you have, because some will cost a bit more but will also work faster, like the tractors.
See you after the break. Welcome back to Shamba Shaper. We are learning all about smart farming methods.
Did you know farmers can grow multiple crops on the same land at the same time? It's called intercropping, a farming technique where 2 or more crops are planted together to maximize space and resources. Intercropping helps improve soil health, reduce pests naturally, and increase crop yields.
Sheila from Ecrisat is in Teresia's pigeon pea plot. She's not very happy the way Teresia has planted the crop mixed up with cowpeas and has some tips on how Teresia can do better.
So Sheila, you've had a look around the field. What are your observations?
She has intercropped the pigeon pea with the cowpea, of which that is a problem with it. You should not intercrop a legume with another legume, because the pest and the diseases, they will concentrate on one place. It's good to intercrop a cereal with a legume because they have different pests and diseases. And then if she has to do intercropping, she should do it row by row, because for her, she has intercropped in the same row. She should do the alternate intercropping, whereby he should do one row of pigeon pea and the other row for the cereals, maybe the sorghum or the finger millet, but you should not intercrop a cereal with a cereal or a legume with a legume.
To intercrop pigeon pea with cereal crops like finger millet, first plant pigeon peas in rows 2 meters apart. Then plant the cereals in rows between the rows of pigeon peas, so there is 1 meter from the row of cereals to the row of pigeon peas. Pigeon peas are a legume. That means they fix nitrogen in the soil, so they improve the soil for cereals. Their roots are also deeper than roots of cereal crops, so they bring nutrients up from deeper in the soil. So intercropping cereals with pigeon pea will give you a bigger cereal harvest than if you just plant cereals on their own.
Due to climate change, I have tried some methods which will help me to harvest water, conserve water for use and also for the farm.
Wow. Phoebe, there you are, Phoebe. I've seen some very good millet out here.
Yes, I harvested last season.
But there was no rains last season.
Well, with the little rain we had and the advices we received from the agriculture officers, I was able to harvest.
This is wonderful. You know what? I've got an expert in mind who I'm going to go for. He's come and talk to you and add you more expertise so you can get even better and bigger harvest.
I'll be glad.
All right,
Yes.
all right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Growing crops in semi-arid regions is not easy, but there are tried and tested ways and seeds. Boaz from Siat is here to help Phoebe farm better in these harsh conditions.
Boaz, very nice to see you.
Pleasure.
This is our farmer, Phoebe. What have you seen, especially on the portion that she's growing beans?
I've observed a number of things, that she was able to grow beans under different systems. There is one place where she had grown beans as a sole crop.
Like beans only?
Beans only.
Aha.
And then there is a place where she had grown beans together with other crops like millet.
So Phoebe, what was the main challenge when you are doing intercropping?
When I did 2 rows of millet, 2 rows of beans, when the millet was growing, it was somehow overshadowing the beans. So I had to do a lot of thinning to the millet.
Boaz, what do you recommend for intercropping?
With that particular experience of overshadowing, you can widen the spaces between the two. Let's say, for example, you can take what we call now strip cropping, where you have 4 rows of beans and you can do 2 rows of millet. And that way you widen the space and you reduce the competition for light and shading.
Intercropping is a smart, sustainable way to grow food while protecting the environment.
In our final topic, we will look at mulching. Mulching helps retain soil moisture. Mulching improves soil fertility. Mulching helps in controlling weeds.
In another farm, Kachanana is still talking to a group of farmers who are now being taught the second principle of conservation agriculture, called soil cover, with plant residues or cover crops such as beans.
We are looking at basically issues of the residue retention.
Okay.
So for now, we have groundnut
Groundnuts.
residues. You spread them within your field
Okay.
so that there's a bigger piece of land that is protected to check the erosion.
Okay.
Because of the climate change, there's erratic rainfall. We don't know when the next rain will come.
Right.
So once there's a cover on the ground, they tend to hold a lot of moisture that will prolong the life of our crop in a given piece of land. When it rains, then they decompose.
Okay.
And when they decompose, they add to the soil fertility in our field.
So what we're going to do today is to set a residue demo plot. In this residue demo plot, we measure 2 squares equal. One square will have residue, the other one will not have residue. Then on that also we use the same amount of water. We water the same 2 squares with the same amount of water. Then the farmer will see clearly the difference of where there is residue and where there don't have residue.
Wow. All right. So it's a kind of a comparison.
Exactly. And the farmer will now make a decision. Now, this is good, this is not good.
Based on what he's seen.
Exactly.
All right. Seeing is believing. Let's do this.
So first, we'll move the residues.
Can I help?
Now, what we'll do is we'll get 2 squares equal, which is sample now of the farm. In the first square, we will put residues. Still this one.
So, in one plot, we are adding the crop residue and some manure to cover the soil. And in the other plot, we are leaving it open to the sun.
Now, we will use the same amount of water to water the 2 demo plots to see the difference. We are assuming this is rain, which is now rain in these 2 farms.
The soil is being carried by the water.
Yes.
Because it is the surface.
Yes.
In this surface, no running of soil because it is already mulched or covered. Yeah.
After some time, we can see now
the difference
with the solar now we have here in Taraka.
Yes.
Within a few hours, you will see different.
All right.
From the one with the residue and the one without.
All right. So Josephat and Alfred, I think our work here is done for now.
A few hours have gone by, and it's time to see what's happened to our 2 demo plots. As we scrape away the maize tovers, I think it's clear. The plot on the right that was covered is still looking wet. The one that was uncovered on the left is dry. Now, if we smell the soil, there's a marked difference. The one we covered still smells damp. And if the 2 samples are compressed in the hand, the covered soil is sticking together, while the uncovered soil is dry and crumbling. It's clear to see that the soil covered with a layer of mulch or crop residue holds water in the soil. But that's not all. Covered soil also helps stop weeds from growing too. So now, we are sure to get a bumper harvest.
So we are now seeing more benefits of the soil cover. Number 1, It helps to keep the moisture in your soil for longer, unlike soil that is left bare to the harsh sun. 2. It helps your soil not to be swept away when it rains heavily. 3. When it rains and the cover decomposes, it's added into your soil as nutrients. So, as a whole, your soil becomes more fertile. And when your soil becomes fertile and healthy, then it will feed your plants.
Conservation agriculture is a way of farming that keeps nutrients and moisture in your soil. It's also a good way of controlling pests and diseases. The three main principles are minimum tillage, mulching, and crop rotation. With minimum tillage, you only disturb the soil where you will be planting. You can do this with a reaper or using a djembe. The second principle is called mulching. This means that you cover your soil with leftover residues such as leaves or maize stovers. This protects your soil from the hot sun while holding moisture in the ground. The mulch material will break down and add nutrients to your soil. Crop rotation is the third principle. You shouldn't plant the same crop on the same piece of land year after year. Instead, rotate between different crop families each season. If you follow these simple principles, you can be certain of healthier soil and higher yields in the long run.
So farmers, these are just but some of the tips to follow to ensure your soil is healthy.
And that's all we have time for.
Join us next week for another episode of
Shamba, Uganda!
Now let's eat the cake.